Afternoon, everyone. My name is Ted Ferlippa, and I'm starting a new video series called Something to Think About. And today's topic I decided on was mail-in voting. Now, I think we all can agree that mail-in voting is fraught with issues. In fact, the Democrats, Chuck Schumer and Jerry Nadler, voiced their apprehension several years ago to the potential for fraud with mail-in voting. So now the question becomes, why are the Democrats pushing for mail-in voting so adamantly? I think I have a few reasons why. First off, I would say the Dems know that flooding the nation with mail-in ballots is going to require a lot of time and effort to perform proper voter identification and verification. Ballots will be mailed to non-citizens, unregistered voters, or the deceased, as it now stands. Everybody's going to get one. The likelihood of ballots being stolen and filled out is another issue. All these are equivalent to ballot box stuffing when you think about it. The Dems over the years have pushed hard against requiring voter identification. Their fear is that an accurate and fair election would expose the disparity in the number of legitimate voters to the number of votes having been cast in any election. And number two plays a little bit on number one, and that is mail-in voting requires a massive amount of man-hours in order to count the ballots. It is a slow, time-consuming process and will require multiple verifications to confirm that the count is accurate. It's already been determined that the results of the election on November 3rd will not be readily available. In fact, the exact count might not be available for months, and it may not even be available by the time the inauguration is supposed to take place in January. Now, if no winner is determined, the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, becomes the acting president. That means she'll be in charge until the winner can be determined. I believe the Dems would welcome a prolonged voter count. It would benefit them. Pelosi would actually sign, or could sign into law, things about the Green New Deal and other socialist agendas that if Trump were to be determined the winner later on, he would have to spend time to correct. And that's just going to take away from what he needs to do. So if you thought that the Dems and all their frivolous charges against Trump during his first term were bad, you can expect the Dems to hold things up in court for months once again. And if Trump is declared the winner, I'm sure the Dems are going to charge fraud, and they're going to definitely question the outcome. And so they're always going to leave that, bit of doubt in everyone's mind. Did he really win? And so, it's just going to prevent Trump from performing his presidential duties. And now if you think about it, if the count is not performed, let's say it takes April or May before a winner can be determined and Trump does win, that means his administration has lost 3 or 4 months of valuable time, and it's time that does not get recouped. It's gone forever. So the Dems will have literally shortened his second term by that amount of months. Now, what if Joe Biden is to win? Well, we can all rest assured that the Dems will be happy. Matter of fact, they will not question the validity, and they're going to be happy. Now, it's a long time between the end of the election and when someone gets sworn in. So I have a high degree of skepticism that Joe Biden will ever take the oath of office. As I said, if let's say it's 4 or 5 months after the election before a winner can be determined, Joe's health and obviously his mental state may diminish to such a degree that he steps down. And if he steps down, that means his vice president is now the commander-in-chief, and that individual will rightly select whoever they want. And if he has Kamala Harris as his running mate, I can only imagine she would select a vice president that would probably be even further left than herself. And so I could see this being a very Marxist socialist type of government. But if Biden doesn't step down, I could see him kind of being Clintonized. I think the Dems would get rid of him in some way. They don't want him, and it's going to be very odd these next few months. Anyway, that's just what I've been thinking about. If you've enjoyed this video, give it an echo and share it with others. Give me a follow if you haven't already. I plan on making additional videos, and if you would like to support my efforts, I have a link to my book, Limited Duty. It's an excellent book, and it can be purchased on Amazon. And a portion of the book and the proceeds of the book are dedicated to the Wounded Warrior Project, so you'll be helping them out as well. And that's all I have to say. And remember, a man forced against his convictions is still of the same opinion. Take care.